Hey, how you doing? Ben Broussard with LOGA here with this week's drilling report. Hope you're all doing well out there. Lots to cover this week. Let's get on with it. Starting off with the latest prices, Louisiana Light Sweet bumps to $53.93 a barrel. April Henry Hub gas exactly the same as last week at $2.70. EIA Hub spot price through the 16th of March comes in at $2.68 per MMBTU. Current U.S. rotary rig count at 1,069, dropping 56 in the last week, down 734 from a year prior. The way things are trending, we're expecting to see U.S. rig count in the double digits in 7 to 10 days. Okay, starting off in the Haynesville, only 2 new permits this week, both for Comstock Oil and Gas in DeSoto's Bell Bower field. Comstock spuds a new well in the same field roughly a week back. No new production this week. Pre-production numbers in the shale rest out at 294. As for the whole of North Louisiana, Bossier Parish adds 1, total 3 rigs in that parish. With that, North Louisiana adds where most have fallen, ending out at 29 rigs. Over to the Tuscaloosa Marine Shale, DNR reporting 2 TMS wells to market in Tangipahoa Parish, fuzzy as to which ones those are. Possibly late recognition of Verbene and Williams. Goodrich cases things at 16,600 feet at Little Silver Creek in Washington Parish and drills ahead. TMS pre-production numbers stand at 12. Okay, moving on to South Louisiana, big shift going on down here. First off, good news, Lafayette Parish gets on the map in the Dussault field with a spud from the Termo Company. Bad news, rig drops recorded in, count it, Beauregard, Cameron, St. Martin, St. Mary, Terrebonne, St. James, Jefferson, and Plaquemine parishes. That's 8 parishes reporting drilling activity in the red this week as compared to last. However, South Louisiana Land finishes down only 3 for the week, resting at 11 rigs. So what does that mean? One of the bigger hits numbers and percentage-wise this year comes at the expense of Louisiana's inland water market. Hillcorp Energy still drilling at Deep Lake in Cameron Parish and Alta Mesa continuing to spin at Weeks Island in Iberia Parish. Other than that, South Louisiana's inland water market dropped 6 rigs this week, ending out 75% down over last week at 2 running rigs. Louisiana State offshore waters, nothing out here, but let me clarify as I had a few questions regarding this last week. This is not a report on federal Gulf of Mexico shelf activity. This is rigs operating in Louisiana state offshore waters, not yet federal. Finally, and coming as a shock to most, Outer Continental Shelf federal drilling drops 11 rigs over last week's report and ends out at 34 running OCS drilling projects. Now, as a whole, Louisiana ended out at 75 active projects for the week, down 20 from last report, losing 21% of its activity and reaching the 75 rig mark for the first time in 22 years. Now, as for deepwater drilling permits, 4 of those. One for Shell at Walker's Ridge, Block 508. Another for Noble Energy at Mississippi Canyon, Block 948. Next for Deep Gulf Energy at Mississippi Canyon, Block 563. Finally, one for Log at Mississippi Canyon, Block 816. Shallow water, Nunsky for the second week in a rowski. Back on land, 12 new permits to drill in 8 Louisiana parishes, with the exception of one for Zachary Exploration in Acadia Parish and one for Ponderosa in the Dorseyville field of Iberville Parish. The rest of these permits were for independents in north central Louisiana. 4 permits for Denbury in Richland's Delhi field. You got your 2 Haynesville permits for Comstock, along with a handful for smaller independents in Wynne, Sabine, and LaSalle parishes. This week's permits went out in Acadia, Concordia, DeSoto, Iberville, LaSalle, Richland, Sabine, and Wynne parishes. Hey, you want a little more info? Be sure and check out the Office of Conservation's website. Hey, thanks to you guys for listening to this report and sharing it with the folks you know. Click this button right here to share it on up. Don't forget to follow LOGA for up-to-date news on the oil and gas industry right here in Louisiana. Until next time, this is Ben Broussard with LOGA TV.